right, thanks for joining us. It's the GA Factor. We're still continuing our discussion on the defection by several people, including the Senate President, Bukola Saraki. But one interesting thing about it that we're touching on right now on this particular edition is that these defections wouldn't have happened if the president of the country, that's talking about President Muhammadu Buhari, had been alive to his responsibilities as not just president of Nigeria, but leader of the All Progressives Congress. Not just saying that I'm a Mr. Integrity and corrupt-free man, but becoming an efficient and very effective leader. In other words, providing leadership. And that is why my guest will be talking about it in a short while. It has been long in, in the card. So, I mean, eventually, it came, yeah. So, finally, what's your, last word as we go into this political frenzy of defection?
I hope this will make the president a better politician. Because no matter what we say about Saraki, the buck still lies with the president. He was the remote cause of what really happened in the last 3 years and whatever is happening to the party right now. So you must buckle up as the leader of the party. You must learn to play politics. You cannot be aloof of the vehicle that will take you from point A to point B. You cannot afford it, even if you are not driving. In this case, it's the driver and the motivator of the APC vehicle. And you must ensure that it did not derail.
I like that point. I'm not going to end the program yet because, you're just giving me a very good point. President Muhammadu Buhari did not see himself as a politician from the beginning, and he must have been largely responsible for all that happened, the defection that we're seeing today. Do you share that belief?
I totally agree that the president must recognize the fact that he's not just the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, but he's also the leader of the political party, which is the vehicle through which he came into the office. So, like DKB has rightly said, he must be concerned about every passenger in the bus, such that people who will rock the boat are not allowed to come in. That people who are loyal to the cause of the party, because I believe the party has a program, and that program can only be actualized if every thinking cap, drives in the same direction. But in a situation where you have people who are focused on the direction of the party, and some people are doing otherwise, you tend to have problems.
At what point do you think that President Buhari got it all wrong?
Actually, from the beginning, because I remember that immediately after the election, one of the things that were recommended for him was to call all elected officers of the party, all of them, and then set the policy direction that the party will take in the next 4 years, including things that are priority to the party, like restructuring, like economic revival, like what they are doing about agriculture, they are doing about railway, that to make sure you carry every elected person along. So that way you can achieve more in 4 years than even the time. Don't forget, one time is just 48 months. It's not really that many. And out of these, 12 months is for politics. Now you have only 36 months. And out of that, you have to learn the ropes. That will take another 12 months. That means you can only govern effectively for 24 months. And he wasted 6 months. Exactly. That's 30. And then the last 1 year has been wasted on politics. So he has not really had time, in the essence, to probably govern.
Even 10 months of sickness?
And then he was away for a very long time. So I think this time he must realize and recognize that the job requires more than integrity. It requires more than being clean. Anybody can be clean, but not everybody can be effective. And once one for who told me that it's better for him to be effective than to be liked. He doesn't want to be popular. He doesn't want to be efficient, which is exactly what is expected. That's why so much power was given to the Nigerian president by the Constitution, to ensure that the unity is not compromised, that nobody walks away threatening the peace and security of Nigeria, and little things to make sure. That's why we have the strongest and the most powerful president in the world. And a man can use it either for good or for evil. So you cannot be aloof in a situation like this, you must carry the party along. And then from that point, he lost the script. What he's now trying to do in the last 1 year was basically correct mistakes that he himself made, even becoming the president. Because he was told that, look, this vehicle was of various people. Your job as a leader is to provide it with leadership. And leadership is beyond just saying I'm not corrupt. Leadership is about ensuring that those who are corrupt are brought in line in such a way that, don't forget in the beginning, we have what they call the body language. That people are trying to fall in line simply because Buhari was president. But after a while they realized the fact that it's the same of the same. And we all went back. And the Buhari saga was the first test that he failed.
How do we move forward for President Muhammadu Buhari?
Yes, you know, the way to move forward is one, like he has rightly said, is for him to galvanize his party, to have a one united, indivisible party, and, you know, in charting the way forward, to rally them all around him. Like he has rightly said again, the issue of leadership is about, you know, rallying your forces together for a common task, and that is the way to go.
Thank you very much, gentlemen, for coming on the GA Factor to discuss the defection issues. Thank you. All right, that's been my guest, as always, talking politics and looking at the issue of defection that we are experiencing in Nigeria at the moment. Don't worry, we're going to come to you again on another issue, same on the GA Factor.